Twitter. We're live everywhere.
Nice. Everywhere? Me too?
Me too.
Me too.
The Rob Smith,
Rob Smith is too horror.
year of our Lord 1982. All right, I think we're just about ready. Enzo, are you ready?
I'm ready. Did we check, make sure Brian was ready?
Goldie, are you ready? Are you out there? Are you ready? I don't know if we can do this without him. Todd.
Who names their kid Todd?
Oh, no.
Todd.
All right. I was like, where's the... All right, let's do this thing.
Let's do it.
Why not to us? Oh, I gotta do one more thing. Sorry. All right. Let's do it. What up? It is the Shake and Break Show, episode 70. No, it's not 75.
No. Come on, you got this.
It's 76. Episode 76.
Wrong. 77. Close.
Like a dog with a bone on that one.
Carry the one.
Carry the one, exactly. Carry the one. Well,
send that. I need you to send that bubble mailer to Pop, please.
All right. Well, welcome to the Shake and Break Show. Enzo and I have a special guest with us tonight, and that guest is Goats Card Breaks. Eloy, what up?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Dude, man. Happy to have you on. You've been a friend of the flow for quite some time, and this is long overdue. So thank you for making the time in your busy life, amigo.
Yeah, there's a few things going on, you know, but
just a few. Yeah.
Gotta schedule some time out for the No Flow boys.
Well, we appreciate it, man. We appreciate it. Before we get into our questions that we have for you, we're going to start off with the Papa question of the day. Now, Eloy, if you're not familiar, the question of the day has generally nothing to do with the hobby. A lot of times I explain the question of the day because I'm currently thinking of a question of the day. This is not prepared. This is not rehearsed.
Perfect.
And your answer doesn't need to be either. That being said,
if you I will not make out with you.
Damn it. All right. You have to spend an entire month locked in a room. It has a bathroom, so like you can pee, you can shower, it has a bathroom, right? All the food that you'll ever need, like you're not gonna have to worry about that, but you're in this room, okay? And on all of the walls is a movie, and the sound is probably like you could get used to it. You could like put some stuff over your ears, but it's probably like 4 or 5 clicks too loud. Like it's the, you're not right. Like it's not great.
Horrible.
All right. Now it's not just one movie. It is an actor's catalog, and it's just rolling. And you got to survive a month in there with what actor or actress's catalog just constantly going. And it's too loud to ignore, so it has to be something that, like...
Pop, you've been watching way too much Beast games, bro. This is This is some straight Mr. Beast stuff.
Yeah.
He's going to steal this.
On speed dial. What we got there?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. I'm looking at this, and I know you say it's not hobby related, but there's some of my favorite actors right here. So
what do we got?
Let's see. We have the one of one snake skin of Robert De Niro and James Caan.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
So when you're talking about actors catalog, when you're talking about actors catalog,
De Niro's a good one.
De Niro, De Niro, man.
The only issue with De Niro is it's gonna be tough to like sleep.
Right.
Like
right, pop. There's gonna be popping going off everywhere.
Yeah, you're gonna need Meet the Parents at like 1:30 a.m. so you can finally like doze off.
But then you're not sleeping. Right? I'm not sleeping through that. You know what I mean?
We're talking the whole catalog, right? So I mean, you're gonna have some the extreme moments, right, with all the mobster films, of course. But then you have like Cape Fear, where it kind of is, it has the ups and downs, but then you have there's Meet the Parents stuff and
now De Niro's a good choice.
The Intern, right?
Yeah, De Niro's a good choice. I like that.
Every time The Intern comes on, man, I gotta watch it. It's weird, bro, but it's like I like that movie, but I think it's just because of De Niro's in it, man. Anything De Niro's in, I gotta check it out, right? But I don't know, like when you're saying I have to have it too loud all the time, Sandler came through my mind because I can survive Sandler. It's not going to be a lot of like battle scenes, so it's not going to keep me up.
The most like scares you'll get is simply from him doing his shouting that he does.
Right? No, I will not make Howie.
All right. You were normal yesterday.
Right. Go on with the chlorophyll. But that also means, though, like if we have this whole catalog, that means that we get to go see all the old episodes of Saturday Night Live too. So I'm down with that.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
That's a good choice.
Sandler's a great choice.
I didn't think of Sandler, but that's a good choice. And there's a lot there.
Man, you got some crazy questions you be thinking of, man. Beast Games would be proud of you, bro.
Yeah, no, he's about to get a job as a writer, bro. I'm going to be solo dolo here at No Flow. I'm going to get a letter. Like, hey, we're taking your business partner from you. Man. So like my immediate reaction was Denzel Washington because I love his films. But that's like there's a lot of action there. Tough to sleep for sure. With that in mind, I'm going to go comedian. I'm going to go comedian like Eli. I'm going to go Vince Vaughn.
Oh, yeah. Vince Vaughn.
Yeah,
nice and chill, funny stuff. I get my Wedding Crashers. I get my Old School, which, are both in my top 10.
I think Vince Vaughn, too, has, like, comparatively speaking to everyone else we've talked about, has a much smaller catalog. And, like, there's less misses. Like there definitely are misses, but there's less of them, I think.
You got Dodgeball, bro. Come on, the Breakup.
Yeah, I mean, no. There's tons.
You see Jennifer Aniston walk away, right, in The Breakup, like.
Yep, The Breakup. That's a good movie. I've watched that movie way too much.
I actually think you guys just like walked me into my answer. So Sandler was on my list. Like I was just running running that. Will Ferrell was like a potential on my list. I think I'm going Ben Stiller. Is that crazy?
Okay.
No, I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
I feel like it has a wide range.
By the way, Vince Vaughn was in Rudy, so we can add that to my catalog.
Wow, that's a sleeper.
You remember that? That's awesome.
Look at my guy pulling up the movie catalog.
My man got the IMDb up.
Nah, I'm about to though.
IMDb. Isn't that a Boosie song?
You got some Anchorman?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was
All
an
right.
Anchorman.
Yeah, no, we're
outside
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're outside. Swingers too, like lest we forget where it all started.
Yeah.
You're so money, baby, and you don't even know
You
it.
don't even know it.
No.
All right. So into some hobby stuff.
Yeah.
Eloy, tell us how you got started in collecting.
Man, let's see. The year was 1985. No,
It's about to go. The screen's about to go black and white when he starts talking about it.
Yeah.
So no, honestly, it's probably about that era, right? 85, 86. Grew up when I was really young in Central Washington before I moved down to Southern California. And I just remember we were at the grocery store and I see cards, and I always like sports. All my family members, my uncles and everything, were all sports people. I remember it was Zilla Food Center, and my mom bought me my first pack of cards. Probably, I think it was 1985. I'm guessing it was probably Topps Baseball. I think it sounds right. And I've been a big sports fan the whole life. And some people like, oh, I stopped collecting. I just got back into the hobby, right? Like, I just never really stopped. Like, I slowed down, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I never really like fully stopped. I don't know. The addiction is real.
Dang. So yeah, you're right. Like normally when people come on the show, they're like, oh, like most people, I collected as a kid and life happened. So you're saying you just kept going. You powered right through that.
Yeah, slow down, and marriage and college and my son a little bit, like slow down, but never really stopped. Always kept buying here and there, just not as much as before.
Was there a PC that you had as a kid that you like still have and like still add to?
Well, the easy one that the community is going to know is Barry, right? Barry.
I was about to say, I know the answer.
Yeah, I mean that's my guy. I don't know where you want to go. If you have another question later, but the whole like PC thing, the whole Lions thing came from my uncle, and that might be, you want me to go now or later, but it came from my uncle.
Okay.
But yeah, Barry's been my PC since I can remember.
That's dope. I actually forgot that, so that was just that was curiosity. And
dang, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot. I'm looking onto this. There's a lot, but
yeah. What's your favorite piece?
All right, let's see if the community. Well, I don't know how many people are in here, but it's right here. Sorry. All right. I have a stack of berries that I haven't sorted and put away yet, and this one's always in it. So I'm gonna flip the camera so that we don't see it backwards here. And so it's got to be this, right? So that's the dual auto on card immaculate.
That's
Barry
so crazy.
and Barry and Calvin, right? So the story that goes with that is that this is a player's edition. So underneath Barry's signature, it's going to be stamped player's edition. So when the players sign cards, they keep one as a player's edition. Panini will stamp it for them to keep in their collection, just like as a memento, I guess.
That's cool.
And Barry sent this to me, and so it wasn't signed down here, right? So it was Barry's player edition. Barry hadn't even signed the top part. because it was this player's edition. It's like a proof.
Yeah.
And so he signed the card, sent it to me. And then Calvin Johnson was hosting a Super Bowl party in Detroit a few years back. And, we knew we weren't going to make it happen. But I kind of tagged him and Barry and said, man, at some point we'd like to meet up because it'd be nice to fill out the rest of this card.
Mm-hmm.
And then Barry retweeted it and said, we got to get this done at some point. And then so last year, it was my son's first national. And so he got to meet Calvin and finish the card off. So that was pretty dope.
So cool, dude.
Yeah,
That was
that's like one of my favorite hobby stories.
So yeah, it was pretty dope. But the whole Lions thing, like people always ask, like, how the hell are you a Lions fan? And growing up in Southern California and now living in Washington State, and so my uncle in Washington State was all-state football player, had some D1 offers, got drafted into Vietnam. And so after he came back from the Vietnam War, he's stationed outside of Detroit at a military base. Met a local girl, may or may not have had ties to mafia/mob type people.
Oh, geez.
And they had ties to the team. And at that time, like in the late 70s and stuff, it wouldn't be much of a thing to have open tryouts a lot of times, just for like extra camp people.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, he tells a story like, oh yeah, I could have played. I just didn't feel like it, whatever. But so he goes to the tryout, right? They get him a tryout and he makes the team as a camp leg, right? So he was just in there to kick, to basically spell the field goal kicker and stuff like that, to give them rest and breaks. And so I think his second or third year, he actually thought he had like his best chance. He's like, yep, I'm going to beat him out this year. And they had a guy named Eddie Murray. I think his rookie year was 1980. And it came down to my uncle and Eddie Murray. And Eddie beat out my uncle, ended up kicking for the Lions, I think, for 12 years until Jason Hanson got there in 92.
Wow.
But beat out my uncle. And after that, my uncle and his wife at the time had split. And then when they split and he got out of the military, he came back to Washington State. When he came back to Washington State, he had all this Lions gear. I'm probably like, I'm probably like the time now. I'm probably like
that was going.
Yeah, I was like 5-6 years old. And I'm like, oh, my uncle plays for the Lions and stuff. And it wasn't probably till I was probably like 10 that I found out the real story that, he ain't never make it. He was just a preseason, preseason stuff and things like that. But he ain't never make it on the active squad. But at that point, they were already my favorite team. So it just.
Nah, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is interesting. I didn't have that on the show notes, but I should have. So thank you for talking about that.
Yeah.
That's all me, guys.
But it's a fun little story. It's like, oh, I thought my uncle was an NFL player, but nope.
Almost, right? According to him, this close.
Yep, preseason player. Preseason.
All right, so Enzo and I are both breakers. We both enjoy it.
You guys have like a channel and stuff?
Yeah, occasionally we do
small little
things.
channel.
We do things occasionally. But I know you also break. How did you get started in breaking, and when was that?
Man, like I said, I just collected for forever, and I had gotten into some breaks. This is early years, probably like 2008, 2009. Yeah, man. So some of the early breaker stuff, man. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do this for fun. So locally, I did my first one, not on social media or anything like that, but locally, I did my first one. It was 2013 Prism football. And so that was the first break that I did.
Oh my gosh. All right. Cost of a box, 2013 Prism football.
Yeah, so that, and it's back in 2013. It's not like it was last year, right? So it was when it was first coming out. And so 2013 Prism Football, 12 box case, random team break, right? I think it was like $30 a spot or something like that.
What, brother?
Oh,
That's
crazy.
man.
That's after
So-
like your markup and everything, like
Yeah.
shipping. Holy
Yeah.
smokes!
But remember at that, like there's no social media, right? And it was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
local people around here, and
That's
Um,
crazy.
and so it's not like I had to ship anywhere and all that, right? But
That is nuts.
I want to say, well, jumbo boxes, like I think 2013 Prism Football, if I remember right, like jumbo boxes were $80. Because at that time, a lot of people might not know, but at that time, Prism Football, they had hobby and they had jumbo, right? Kind of like Top Fun
Wow.
Baseball does now, right?
Yeah.
And so I think jumbo boxes were $80 a box, and it was like, $80 a box, man, that's too much. And then it was like one pack, right? Like not even, but
No, dude, that is close to the
Yeah.
cost of what a hobby pack would be. $80?
right, that's what, yeah, right. So yeah, 2013 Prism Football, full 12 box case, random team, and I think it was like 30. It might have been 35, but anyway, it was like 35 bucks a spot. I couldn't
insane.
tell you any of the stuff that we got from then. But
That's crazy. I'm
and
just
then-
blown away right now.
and then it stopped. I was like, oh, this was cool, but I mean, teaching, coaching, it was never really a thing. Like all through high school, like I had the goals, like probably a lot of kids, like, man, I want to own a card shop, right? I want to own a card shop.
Yeah.
And so the breaking kind of like, it kind of got my feet in the door, like gave me that little, nibble on it. And I was like, man, this is going to be cool. And then time went by, I never really did another one until probably 2016, 2017. And then I started doing them pretty regularly. Got a little side business going and everything. And
Yeah.
we were getting cases of new product all the time. We were breaking, black gold standards, Spectra, so that all the good stuff. NT, Immaculate, and then when COVID hit, right, that kind of took all of us. I mean, you guys feel it now too. It took all those smaller end breakers, right, and their allocations kind of went bye.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah,
That's crazy.
2013 Prism Football, man,
That's
$30 a
crazy.
spot, get them.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Did you pull any
But even-
Mahomes, like any Mahomes of significance that you remember?
Not in 2013 because
No,
he was
in
probably.
the 2017 or whatever.
But
it was
no,
your
just
birthday.
yeah. I mean, we had some patch autos of Mahomes, and I did a terrible job of it. But I used to have the website. I mean, it's still up there and live, but nothing gets posted on there anymore. And but I had a gallery, but I never really did a good job of keeping it updated just because of life. And
Yeah, of course.
there was
happen.
some good stuff, man. Even 2018. So 2018 Select is one of my favorite things, but 2018 Select full case break, random teams, $50 a spot, and we had a hard time filling it at that time.
That's
I had to eat like 6 spots, bro.
Oh, man.
So
Wow.
I mean, you think of it now. I don't know how much a box cost. 2018 Select. I know you on the combo.
Oh, it would be
Bro.
2018 Select hobby box.
it'd probably end up like 80 or 90 a spot if I had to guess.
Oh,
That might
yeah.
even
And this
be
is-
light.
This is a full case, right? And so you think about that class. You got Josh Allen, you got Lamar
Yeah, that's
Jackson,
light.
right? It's crazy.
How much is
$50
a box?
a
No, that's eBay. Right? I mean, I didn't deep dive, so there might be cheaper available. But the first listing I pulled was $2,850 for one box.
For one box.
One box.
And so we did a full case break of 2018 Select at $50 for a random team. $50.
You guys got a time machine I can borrow?
Right. No doubt. We would go back to the National and people, and we like, oh, $50 for that? Like, that's too much. And now you see it and it's like 500.
Yeah. That's quite a change.
Crazy. And so, you guys got to keep me reined in. I'll start going off on some tangents and then so.
Hey, I hear you, bro. Hey, well, speaking of changes, besides pricing, how has breaking changed over the years? When you first started versus today, like, what's different about it? Aside, obviously, we know the price.
I think, honestly, I think a lot of people, because there used to be a channel called Breakers. I think it was breakers.net, maybe it was. But it would be a channel where it was just a whole bunch of different breakers, right? Just breaking products. And I think what was good about a lot of those old school breakers, and some of them are still around and they've evolved, but being genuine, being transparent, right? Having knowledge of what you're doing, taking care of the cards and taking care of your people. I think a lot of that has changed. You still have got your legit people, man, but there's just so many people that have come through since the pandemic happened, and a lot of it for the bad. And just think about Time Machine, right? If you go back, a lot of the people that are in the hobby now for the last couple of years, you guys take a time machine and go back to just 7 to 10 years ago, right? You just see people that are so much more transparent. There's no side antics going on, and it's just true love for sports.
Just cards.
Yeah, true love for sports, for people, right? There's no needed for side antics and hooting and hollering. You pull a $20 base card or whatever. I mean,
yeah,
it's just legit good people, man. And now they're few and far between.
Heard that, man. Yeah, I mean, one thing we've talked about it before on the show, but it's like now, dude, all you need is a phone to break. Like, that's it.
Right.
Before, I'm sure it was not, you couldn't just do it on your phone. So now, I mean, the barrier to entry is just so low. You just need a box, a phone, and that's, some supplies.
That's true. You couldn't even go live on YouTube until you had 1,000 subscribers back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Right. So
you got to earn it.
Yep. You got to earn your keep. Gotta be handy with the steel. But no, I just wish, we talk about those other platforms. Like this platform has been great, and what Ivan and everybody has done. And but you talk about those other platforms those would not be mentioned. And I just wish that they had some more more people like policing it properly, or just give them the boot, man. Like, we don't need that.
Hey, why why do you need police when you can just shut down video on demand?
Right? Yeah, right. When the powers that be are in charge of those platforms, back that up with those kind of things.
Yeah, right? That's your red flag. Get out.
Right? As if
run now.
If you didn't have enough ammo and red flags and notices, like, yo, this isn't for me, like, that's got to be it.
Yeah,
just wild,
just crazy. I went on like probably a 15-minute deep end. I think it was last week, week before.
Yeah.
I won't go on it again, but if you guys go to my Twitter @CardsEnzo, you can see a post I made today about it. It's not hard to find. All right, Eloy. So I think you talked a little bit about this. What are your favorite products to break? Do you only break football?
No, I mean, we've broken everything: football, basketball, baseball, hockey.
You guys did everything. Nice.
Yeah, did a little bit of everything. I always like the Chromium products more, right? Like, maybe because my first product that way broke was Prism.
That's a tough act to follow.
but I've like Select Select, Spectra, Optic, Phoenix. I think one of my favorite products ever was breaking 2017 Unparalleled. And it's not a chromium based product, but if people look up 2017 Unparalleled, and this is like before people really knew Mahomes, right? Because we did it in 2017. And Bill Cosby Jr. was the big chase quarterback in that set, right? Deshaun Watson. So, but with 2017 Unparalleled, the colors is what got me with that, right? Like there's so many different colors, the pinks and the orange and the greens and the blues and all those things that people look it up now and they can check it out. But the colors is
great.
Fire, right? Like the colors are so good. So that was one of my favorite things. But it's always Select and Spectra and Phoenix and Optic and Prism. But I mean, when we used to get a case of that stuff at release, and then it went down to like, oh, you get like one box, to now it's like, oh yeah, you don't even have a chance to even put in for it because you're never gonna get it.
Yeah, like these guys are dropping 300K a day, so we're gonna give them everything.
Right.
I mean, you don't even
we can't worry about you teachers with side jobs. Like, we can't worry.
Yeah. So I'm looking at it. It looks a lot like Donruss Elite.
I was literally gonna say that.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me very big Donruss Elite vibes.
Yeah.
But it looks great
before Donruss Elite turned the color stuff.
Yeah. They like mashed it together. That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
So let me ask you this, because you've been talking a lot about the Prism products. How do you feel about Topps getting football back under licensing?
With licensing or right now because they have it without it. So I mean, really,
let's do both. Let's talk about right now.
I mean, really, either way,
how you feel about when they get the license next year.
I think. I think for me this year, like Topps Chrome, I was excited and everything to have it come back, right, for football. And I still am. Like, I was not excited when I saw Topps Chrome and Topps Finest basketball. Like, because I saw it, I was like, oh, this is absolute trash, right? Like, they didn't do a very good job at all of hiding logos or nameplates or anything like that. I do think Topps Chrome Football did a better job. I think they could have done a lot better job on some of the pictures. Like, just even in side profiles, you don't need to show the side of the helmet if you don't have to, if you already know the logo is not going to be there.
Yeah.
So if you know the logo is not going to be there, I think Sam Hartman has a good card because he's looking like straight ahead, so you can't see the Washington logos on the side.
Yeah.
But
Makes sense.
They could have done a little bit better with choosing the pictures for those cards. But a lot of the new people in the hobby, and they only know what some of the influencers will tell them what to get, right? You have people that tell people what to collect instead of collecting what you love to collect. And because you're collecting for money instead of collecting for love. And so a lot of the new heads, right, which it's whatever, a lot of the new heads. Oh, I do. All right. Oh, here we go. So a lot of the new heads will see cards like this, right? And they're like, oh, I don't like that because there's no logos, right? It says Baltimore, it doesn't say Ravens. Well, you're not. If this was a Prism card, you're not going to see the Raven logo anyway because his head's tipped to the side, right? And you're not going to see the Ravens logo. Okay.
Yeah.
So they did an okay card with the Devin Leary. But a lot of people that are new, they don't understand. Some of your bigger Hall of Fame rookie cards in history are unlicensed.
Yeah.
Right. So if people go look up the Joe Montana rookie card, there's no 49ers logo anywhere on that card.
Really?
Well, was there an alternative back then, or was that the only one?
So Fleer had licensing because it was weird because Topps had licensing. I want to say to put the team name on there, and Fleer had the license to put the logo on there. So separate. right? So some of the Fleer, I can't remember if they called them Action Pros or not. There's some bouncing around these Lions boxes, I'm sure, but in those cards, it would be like a picture of the action shot, and it'd have like a Buccaneers logo or something like that. Which at that time, Buccaneers didn't have a lot of action shots, but it would have their logo, right? So it's just two different companies had part of the license, and nobody had a full license. And that went on through the 70s, and I think 81 might have been the first year Topps had it full. But anyway, like Walter Payton rookie card doesn't have a logo anywhere on that card, right? So you start looking at some of these cards, Terry Bradshaw, right? Franco Harris, all these Hall of Fame rookie cards that came out in the 70s and 1980. None of them have logos on them. And that's why so many of those cards have the helmets off and they have a picture of the head, right?
Yeah, okay. I was about to say, yeah, because you see a lot with the helmets off.
Yep, because if they put the helmet on, they couldn't have a logo on there. And at that time, I'm guessing that they couldn't, airbrush quality wasn't very good. I don't know for sure, but
yeah. Some say it still isn't very good.
A lot of people just don't know that because either they haven't done the research, or maybe they don't have those cards, or they listen to people with a lot more subscribers than all of us combined tell them who they should collect instead of what they want to collect.
Yeah.
So I'll just say this because while I understand what you're saying, I very much care about the money when it comes to cards, because we're selling break spots, and part of the responsibility behind that, and I know you get this too, is you don't want to just throw up things that people are going to buy into because they want to gamble, quote unquote, and then it's complete trash product. That they can't even resell, which was the point behind a lot of them joining in the first place. So for me, I look at things through the scope of resale, and when I look at it through that scope, it's at the price that it released at, it was tough. It's actually why I joined your retail break, because retail made more sense to me. That bulk amount of retail made more sense to me than what you could have got for that same amount of money in hobby boxes.
100% accurate.
So that's why for me it was an easy buy.
Yeah.
And then I think, to your point, the big rookies, especially the ones that aren't signing on other cards, I feel like it's definitely worth it just for those players.
Right. Jaden and those guys,
Yeah, but I think, it'll be interesting to see what, 30 years from now, which rookie card people are going to be wanting of these players. Is it going to be the Topps, or is it going to be the non-auto from Panini? With it being the last year of Panini football, possibly forever, right? Who really knows? So I definitely think it's interesting. But definitely a great point that I don't think a lot of people realize is there's plenty of valuable cards from the past without a license.
Right. I like Leaf stuff, right? So, I mean, the colors, that pop old school Leaf, maybe not so much, but the last handful of years, I think they've done a good job with their products.
I like it too.
And there's no license. It's definitely because you're talking about how damn, we don't want to just have product just to break it, because what if the product is terrible, right? Because we want the people that we're opening the cards and we're selling the products, right? But we want the people to enjoy their experience, because this is what they're putting their hard-earned money in for, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. They're trusting us with putting their hard-earned money to break something that's enjoyable, fun, but yet, hey, I had a big hit. Boom, I can make a little bit of money off of this. That's awesome, right? And I think that's the enticement for break spots, and especially people hopefully me, but definitely you guys and others, where we're giving that quality and that good experience, and also hopefully you're getting some good hits. I remember, oh man, I guess it's probably like 2018, 2019 maybe, and we're going live. I think it was every Friday because I was one of the first ones ever to start live auctions. And this is way before Whatnot. And sorry, I wasn't going to mention them, but
No,
way
you're
before
good.
that, right? I was one of the first ones on social media to start live auctions, and we were breaking also. And a product we had in, I was pumping it up, right? The distributor said, "Hey, we got this product in," and it was a Super Break, right? And if anybody has ever heard of Super Break, it's maybe the worst product in the history of the card community. And so if you ever see it out there, don't get it. And if y'all have a break of it right now, I apologize. But so this stuff was so bad, and they were advertising, all these awesome game worn things and graded cards and stuff. And again, I think this is Super Break, maybe 2019-ish, but we opened a whole case, right? Because people bought in, and it's repack products. Okay, it was repack stuff, I think. And we opened this up, and it was so bad. And I'm definitely not that guy that'll be, like I'm definitely not that guy that's gonna be like, "Oh my God, we just hit a Devin Leary X-Fractor. Oh my God, you're freaking kidding me." Right? Like, I can't do that. And so when we're opening this stuff up, I hope that video is out there still. Maybe I'll send it to you guys, but I hope you can hear the disappointment every single box. And it's just, I think after the break, I sent people like half their money back, and
yeah, because it was so
I was
bad.
like, I don't feel good. I would like to make a little bit so I can pay for what I just did, but I gotta send people some of their money back because this is freaking embarrassing.
Yeah,
It sounds like Pop opening Topps Chrome last week. I thought that's what you were talking about for a second.
That was a live look at me.
Pop was disgusted, pack by pack. He was just getting more and more defeated. But
dude, it sucked because I was so excited for that shit too, and then it was.
Yeah, we were. It was your first like Topps Chrome rip of the year. I'm pretty sure. But no, I mean, to your point, yeah, no, I mean, we pride ourselves on the fact that we don't really gas our customers up because you see it all the time, and especially in certain platforms are worse than others. But they're sitting there like, "Oh man, look at this Devin Leary, that's sick, what a nice piece," and it's like, bro, that's a $3 bill, maybe. You know what I mean? And it's,
right.
You do your customers a disservice when you do that because one, they might not know any better and think they actually hit something big.
Right.
And then they get it. They're excited to list it. They go on, 130 point and they're like, "This is a $2 card. I just took pictures and everything."
Why would I ever trust that breaker again? Like,
right.
Yeah.
And then there's breakers that tell you hit something good, send it to PSA to get graded, get it back.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Consign it, and then send you cash to your PayPal.
Right. Show me that Stroud, boy. Show me that Stroud. Where's that?
Crazy.
Oh, I got it over here. Yeah, no, that thing's sick, man.
Yeah.
I've had it for a couple of weeks, but Jeterson is the consignee, and he's very patient. And I've just gotten a bunch of stuff from another person, so I've been working through a backlog. I think it was Pop 300 items.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts.
Something like that. Yeah, nice. So I've been chipping away at that, and we finally got the Stroud listed last night. So, but there's more to come.
That's more super special.
Yeah.
Enzo's sold some big cards for a lot of people. And it's, I think people sleep, man, a lot. How many times do you hit a card and it just ends up in a stack that just perpetually grows in the corner of your office,
Yeah.
All
the time.
I think I have that in here.
He was like, "I don't do that."
No.
No, not me.
Like, oh yeah, where are those from?
No, that doesn't. That doesn't
Couldn't be
happen.
me, man.
No,
That
not
doesn't
me.
happen, right? Like, no, not us.
Yeah, no, that's why we're out here consigning, doing the Lord's work, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Get it to its forever home.
All right, Enzo. What's the
Yep.
Enzo question of the week? What do we got?
All right. Yeah, Elo. So we close every episode with an Enzo hobby question of the week, hobby focus question of the week. So this one's an interesting one. It's kind of like Pop. It's a hypothetical situation, but it's a lot less Beast Games like. So you have $500. Okay. Somebody just gives you $500 and says, use this to buy sports cards or boxes, something in that space. What are you buying with your $500? How are you spending it?
All right, one more time because I got a dang dog in my ear.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. So somebody gifted you $500, but told you you've got to spend it on sports cards or hobby boxes. Where are you spending that money and why?
Oh, this is the easy one. Okay, so
Nice.
at my middle school, right, we do I think it's probably been about 6 or 7 years. I run a middle school card club. Okay,
Nice.
so every Tuesday, my son and myself and a couple of other kids that I have as officers for our club, they'll put together team bags of about 25 cards, and they'll do baseball packs, football, basketball, hockey. We've had soccer, we've had Pokemon, even though you know how I feel about Pokemon Pop. But and so we've done that for every Tuesday for years. So on average, we probably give out about 800 to 1,000 cards a week.
Wow.
And
Dang,
for,
I didn't realize
years,
you were doing that much.
Yeah, for years we've done that now, and so you'll hear kids can come in the door at 7:15, and so at 7:15 you can just hear these kids now just flying down the hallway to my classroom. And in my classroom, right, they'll have all these packs, and what they do is they put what their name is, they put what they like to collect, like what their PC is, and then they'll grab one of the packs of cards, and then boom, they're off on their way, right? And just because like helping kids is what my life's journey has been, and and so it's like the only time that a lot of these kids are ever going to get a pack of cards, right? And so we did Friday clubs. At every Friday, kids will go to their special interest club, and I'll do a card collectors club, and so we'll talk everything in the hobby, where they can buy cards, the difference between hobby and retail. We'll talk different products. We look at different YouTube channels. We've had some of my friends over the years through the hobby, phone in, and they'll do a video call with them. Like Packers Cards 87 was one of my good friends, and so he'd call in, and the kids would be like, oh, because they watch this channel all the time, and
that's cool.
And so with the $500, sorry, I get in there. I promise I ran, but with the $500, right, I would buy some kind of product, and then do a free box break, right, for those kids, because
nice,
they wouldn't. That'd be the only time that they get to experience a box break, possibly, right? And they see them on YouTube and they think they're cool. We watch another one of my friends where they talk about like the top 10 pulls of the week on YouTube. And so they watch that and they get all pumped up and excited. It's like, oh my gosh, that card sold for $50,000. That's crazy. Right. And so they love it, but they can't afford to do it because they're kids, or maybe they come from backgrounds where their families can't afford it. So it'd be really cool just to let them experience that kind of thing. And just kind of set it up. Hey, let's run the randomizer, and we'll do all that. And they're there in the desk and just having a blast. So that'd be cool.
Yeah, that's sweet. I know you did that. I didn't know to what extent. So that's cool to hear that. I didn't realize you were educating them and everything. That's sick, man. I know we've donated cards to you before.
Yeah,
we need to get back to that.
Yeah.
I've
So
got
yeah,
plenty.
fortunately, like it started off with a lot of my stuff that I've had here, and fortunately, so many hobby community members are so good of people and like always trying to help the kids too. So I'll come home one day and I have no idea. Carl Miller just sent me a box the other day, and but I mean, there's a lot of people. Like I said, Packers Card 87 and him and his brother Cheddar Bob and Mikey B and just all kinds of people just stepping up throughout the country and donating cards to me is a blessing for the kids. So that's cool.
Love that.
That's awesome, man. All right, Pop, $500. What are you spending it on?
Oh,
I know your old answer, but I want to hear the new answer.
Yeah, Eloy's gonna kill me.
Oh, he's going Pokemon. I already knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. What are we buying?
Yeah.
We buying singles or wax or both?
No, I'm buying straight wax.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like 2 or 3 booster boxes of stuff. Okay. Maybe like 2 or 3 booster boxes. Maybe some of them booster bundles, the 151 Johns. But yeah, no, I definitely would like if I have $500 to just use on hobby stuff, I would definitely just rip a ton of Pokemon. That'd be so much fun.
Catch them all.
Yeah, I'd love to. That sounds like a good time.
Look, guys, I'm trying to catch them all as well.
Right, yeah, like there's a whole bunch of
That's
Pokemon right here. I have no idea what they are.
Bro, Charizard can't get deep vein thrombosis.
Oh my god. Donnie killed me with
Shout out to
that. He said
Wemby.
that like immediately.
Yeah, Eloy,
No allegations against Charizard.
Like literally the day it happened that announcement.
No,
came
it was like
out.
within the hour.
Donnie is in our Pokemon chat, Cowtown Collect, and he's just like, just a reminder, Charizard can't get deep vein thrombosis.
That's nuts.
Oh man.
But no, I think that'd be a good time. Enzo, what about you?
So for me, probably be some PC purchases. I'm my current target right now is a DJ Lagway First Bowman Sapphire auto. Preferably raw, but I'd buy one in PSA 10 condition as well because I have the orange that I just got back. So I need the blue and the orange because obviously Florida Gators blue and orange. So I'd probably buy that. I'd probably buy the orange Sapphire non-auto to go with the non-auto blue, the base Sapphire. And then I probably wouldn't have any money left over. So
yeah,
unfortunately, that'd probably be the end of that. But that would be, I would say either that. If I was going the wax route, I'd probably buy some Marvel Platinum. Hope Rion's not here.
Ooh.
Hope he's not listening to me.
Physical or EP?
Depends on price.
There's Rion.
Depends on the price. Right, yeah, no, I knew he was in here. That's why I said it. But no, I'd probably buy some platinum. Maybe some foo for your Ultra Wolverine for those that practice.
No thumbs.
I tell you what, man, I really like ripping the non-sports stuff. Sports stuff is fun, but it's also very stressful at times.
Yeah, no.
Because I like all of the high-end stuff. So it's like, oh man, like I'm gonna personal. But we used to, bro. You remember when we first started in the Hobby Pop for your birthday? We personaled a Bowman Draft Jumbo. That was like a $500 box, which we thought was like really expensive at the time.
Yeah.
Turns out that box is a lot more expensive now. But
yeah.
I was just thinking to myself, man, if I was like ripping this and like didn't hit like anything good, I'd feel really bad. So like with the non-sport stuff, at least I feel like I have like I'm like, okay, well, this is cool at least.
Yeah.
For the most part, there's always at least 1 or 2 cool pieces. So
that's fair.
That's what I've been ripping these days. But I still buy sports singles. Not all out on sports, guys.
All right. Well, that is it for this week's Shake and Break show. Just judging off of the store, it looks like we're not going to run any breaks tonight. But we will be back on Thursday. If you're watching live, thank you guys for tuning in. We love you. We appreciate you. Thursday, who's doing the pre-show Thursday, Enzo?
That's, that is a great question, Poppy. Let me see. Let me just pull up Card Culture. I've got it on the announcement here.
Right there, boom.
We got so many
it's
live
this
sellers
guy.
these days. There you go. No, it's over the years.
Oh, yeah.
Scheduled. If he cannot because the baby is past the due date,
That's me.
then it would be Lord Papillon.
Lord Papillon.
All right, so 7:30 Eastern on Thursday will be our next stream. Friday, Enzo's back with some more non-sports live auctions. Donnie will be doing some live non-sport auctions as well. And then looking like late night Pokemon on Friday. If you guys, we already have the new stuff that we ordered for this week posted. We got a booster box of Obsidian Flames. So we already posted that. We still have Chilling Reign and Lost Origin. And I'm just telling you, if we can close one of those booster boxes, we'll unlock some more fun. That's all I'm going to say. But there will be more fun. So Friday night, late Pokemon. Saturday, No Flow Night Show. Eloy, one of these days we gotta have you do a sale over here on our end, bro.
Right. We can do that. We can do the team up stream. You know how you can share like that.
Oh
Yeah, a little co-hosted piece.
We gotta try that out. We still haven't tried it because Enzo and I have created our own way.
We created our own. We were the original co-host on District. Oh geez.
Even if it's just to chill, you guys sell your stuff, and I can just crack the jokes, and people can hear it instead of read the words.
That's true. Big facts.
Reading is hard for people.
Eloy's like, I'm people.
Dude, I helped start this company, No Flow, and I can barely even read.
Yeah, because flow is with a W.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't get the memo.
Right.
Eloy, thank you so much for joining us, man. It's been great to get to know you, and to have you on our show, get to know more about you, and get to kind of share our friendship with you, with the entire community here at Car Culture. Very, very happy to have you, and we'll have to do this again sometime.
All right, appreciate you, boys.
All right,
thanks, brother.
Until next week. No Flow Nation. Eloy, you want to send us off? No Flow Nation. That's right.
Yeah,
that's the way that he tried to say it to me.